So, there's that fucking man that's all the fucking fish, piece of shit. Look at him. Get him to count his fucking money.
Red bandana, he's so rude. He's so rude on the old food.
Alright, so that leads us to bags and boxes too.
Yeah, fam, bags and boxes too, man. I mean,
much anticipated. There's a lot of talk about that, a lot of hype.
Yeah, a lot of hype. I'm not even gonna lie, yeah. I wasn't even gonna make another mixtape, you know.
State guardando The Grind Report.
On the big home now. Don't forget that.
Like, do you remember the date, or do you remember like at what point you said, yeah, boom, I'm gonna actually put a mixtape together,
You know
put this on road?
I can't remember the date, you know, but I think it was like 04, like 05 times, innit? It was Nothing Long Part 1. That was my first tape still, but yeah, man, that was done in the times like all these things like that we got now, like all this internet, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. There weren't none of that, you see what I'm saying? All we really had them days, there was like DVDs and stuff, and get me, used to get little play on Radio Choice and that, so, but different days, man. Not everybody was rapping then, you see what I'm saying? There was a select few, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had your kind of Page was rapping, Soros, PDC, SMS, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Mike GLC. There weren't a lot of man rapping them days there, so get me, it was kind of a mad thing to have a mixtape then still.
Salute me when I pass. Hey Spoon, Snakes just dropped me this beat, you know. He said it's from some guy called Murder Mike, you know what I'm saying? I just hope it's right for what I wanna say.
Do you remember like what made you, like at what point you said like, boom, do you know what, yeah? I think we should put like an album together. What was going on before that?
Bro, I was on the roads, bro, man. I was just on the roads doing what I do every day, totally dedicated to that life. And then I saw my brother buying equipment, and I'm thinking, wow, what's this nigga fucking doing with his money? You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, how come you buying this stuff? And I used to see him start making beats. We used to laugh at them, and that's how it started. Man started rapping on his beats after when they started to get better. You know what I'm saying? So it's really Spooner inspired man to start rapping, because he started making beats with that English sound, and man just used to jump on it and start spitting. Like the whole room, the whole lab used to be ram, and then there'd be a mic in the center, and there'd be about 20 men going in, one after the other. And this is like way before SMS was formed. That was 2001. Like, there's footage of that.
I remember, I'll tell you what mixtapes kind of meant a lot to me as mixtapes. And the funniest thing, before I even started linking them, I remember pushing the mixtape in, you know, really like SMS, because I'd never seen that being done properly yet. Like, when I first stepped into music, I had to go across the water, car. My brethren weren't interested in fucking rapping.
People come to me and say, well, yeah, man, you started UK rap and whatever. I'm saying, yeah, it's a good acknowledgement, but at the same time, we didn't start UK rap, but we just kind of like gave it to a forefront, pushed it to a forefront on the street level. You know what I'm saying? So we pushed it, because there was enough man before us, Rodney P, London Posse, and Ty. I'm saying, you had enough people before us, so respect to them, 57's Dynasty. You had enough, they were saying there's enough other people, so obviously I acknowledge that there was people before, but we just came on a raw street thing, and we was consistent, and we just hit the DVD market up on a different level, so we kind of pushed the street, just the whole street hype to another level.
Murder, 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 death, death, kill. The block, pop, make you squeal. I murder the disc, no night dread, but I'm an herbalist. And PDC, and you never heard of the disc.
When it started to change a little bit, I think when it started to change. When I first heard DV, Spray, that's when it started to change a bit, like that little era there. And even when I was hearing some of the grime artists that were good, even when I first heard Dizzy, remember Dizzy done a freestyle one time with us. I remember fucking on DVD, and I remember just hearing this thinking, yo, this you, I think it was just after he got stabbed as well. I remember just thinking, yo, this he went bonkers on them. He's out of it. And that freestyle was so symbolic as well, because he hopped in the van and it was off. And guess what? He never came back. This little nigga never came back. And the freestyle looked like, I'm not coming back. Fuck you, man. Like, it was so hard, it was amazing.
Heard about Diary's Hard mixtape.
That's in 04. That's not even an official mixtape. I don't even count that as one of my mixtapes, and I say I've dropped 6 mixtapes. But yeah, of course I do, man. I remember that like it was yesterday. We only made about 100, 500 of them. Pushed it out. Still, people still requesting that to today.
Still relevant. Still relevant now. Yeah.
Well, it put me on my path, innit, to where I am now, innit. It was the start, innit. Like, obviously I've always been rapping, but it was just like at youth clubs and on the blocks and all that. So that was my first thing that I put on a CD, and the reaction from that made me keep going, which is why I'm here now.
Yeah, you know what the fuck this is, man. Blade, yeah? Reppin' Defenders, LOS, yeah? Presenting to you Nothing Long mixtape.
So do you remember the response?
Yeah, but like I said, innit, it's different times, innit. There weren't internet, so you couldn't. The only feedback you can really get is from people coming up to you on the roads and that, and just saying, raw, they know. But obviously, like I said, I was lucky enough to have like the radio play. We was on a lot of DVDs, so when we put it out, even in 2004, them days there, the CD sold as well. Do you see what I'm saying? It was in Dark and Cold. Used to sell out in Dark and Cold. Used to have people selling it on the roads, and I remember I just printed up a big batch of like 2,000 as well, and just got them handed out all across London as well. So it kind of spread out as well, man. So I got good feedback from it, and you know, I don't know if people know, but you know, if you even check the mixtape, some of the names you know now, like G Fresh was on there, DWE was on there. You know what I'm saying? There's some big names that was like 04. You see what I'm saying? So been doing this mixtape thing for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like when the CD dropped, what would you say was like the first moment you realised like, yeah, we're achieving something with this?
When every hood, nationally, like every hood showed us respect and was paying homage. So I thought that was a good thing, because we wasn't signed or nothing, and we used to go places, Birmingham, Coventry, all these places distributing CDs from the SMS A class. So when people were showing us love back, that was the biggest achievement.
When we started doing the CD stuff, you know, it's like I was going back home to a lot of places. Like I'm going Leicester, I'm going Brum, I'm going places that I used to go as a kid. So I'm coming back to these places, but we're going back there humble, we're going back there, kids selling CDs. And at the time, this is Mike GLC, I'm on TV, I'm on Dubplate Drama, and he's in the hood by himself. They can't believe this. And he's cool. Like, right, he isn't. Rod, we let, and you know, real recognize real. Wherever you go, real recognize real. So everyone's just patterning in. And it was a beautiful thing to see. And I wish maybe we should have recorded a lot more of it, but yeah, we got a whole country to pattern in. There ain't a hood in this country. I swear on my life, and this is not an exaggeration, there wasn't a hood in this country you could think of that man wasn't there. From Cardiff to Brum to Wales to Bath to Notts to Newcastle, Scotland. Like we was there, because the CDs could take the kids anywhere. I discovered how to make a youth take a sack of CDs, pay for himself to eat, hotel, splash some money, buy some drinks and fuck some gal in one weekend. I'd worked out how to make this work from selling CDs. So when you saw them youths running up and down, they was loving their life. And it worked.
So would you say is your favourite track of your first mixtape? The one that you'd go back to?
I like my jail tracks on my mixtapes. So the first mixtape, I think it was Locked Up.
My Life.
Akon.
My Life. That's hard.
Yeah, that's what the people like most. That's what I got the most feedback of. My Life. That was that. One of the first tracks I ever recorded. One of the first times I ever been in the studio. So yeah, My Life. But I just like my jail tracks, because obviously it's something that I can relate to it fully myself, and I know a lot of people can relate to it too. So yeah, man, jail tracks. Locked Up, it was on that mixtape, on the Akon beat. So yeah.
What's the track, like the standout track that sent everyone nuts off that mixtape? Do you remember?
The standout track. There's a track on there called Southwest that had a video that was on Channel U. You know what I'm saying? There's a track, Southwest. Do you know what it is? Because a lot of them was on American beats. They're just they're called freestyles, innit? A lot of them didn't even have names. It's just freestyle. It's just one of them, you know what I'm saying? It was a quick thing. Loads of American beats. Only like a couple proper tunes on that, but yeah, man. There's a couple videos still on DVDs and that, man. But yeah, man. I got good feedback from it still, man. Especially for them times there as well, man.
What would you say is your favourite track of that mixtape? Or track you come back to now? Or track that means the most to you?
My life. Like if you know the mixtapes, to this day I go into my Twitter now and I go to yesterday and someone's probably tweeted that like, my life. Just putting my GLC, my life, and you hear it. That is, when you're hearing that track, you're hearing like even even the music I give man today is more reflective, which is cool and all that, because it's what it is. I'm grateful just to be heard still, and still be able to make a little change out of this. But like, if you go back to when I was really, going through it, artists, you can hear so many artist tunes right now, but go see, if you want to hear pain, you want to hear real pain in music, put in my GLC, my life, put in my GLC, anything of that era, anything. Trust me, I was the first mad one.
So off the first album, what's your favourite track?
What I used to play all the time in the A class back then, or in the SLK, this rap shit's a part of me and Smalls. Crazy. Number 10. That's why we pull it at track number 10, because the number 10 is always the banger on the CD, like in them times of rap anyway. So that was number 10. So that was the banger. But yeah, no, listening back, there's enough, man, brother. There's enough. It's a classic album, but I don't really like to go back. So I never hardly listen to the old stuff. People say, I just don't like to go back, man. I just like to keep on moving forward.
The first mixtape I bought wasn't even. It was actually a mixtape. It was on a cassette tape. This is back in the days. I can't remember who it was. I think it was. No, I didn't even. No, I think I buy it. I think I bought it from like one of them yardie men on a store or something. Back in it, like a Jamaican man. Back in it, but it was a New York mixtape. It was like. Who the hell was on? Who was that? I don't remember the DJ. I think it might be even DJ Clue or something. Back in the days. I'm saying that was my first. Like, I think it was a DJ Clue mixtape on a cassette tape. Back in the days. I'm saying that with people like Roxanne and all them people from Queensbridge and all that. It was that kind of mixtape. That was my first. I think it was my first mixtape that I bought. I can't remember what age it was, but I just remember that I had that mixtape there. That's the first time I had that. I think that mixtape there. Does reggae, ragga tapes included as well? No, yeah. That was different, innit? Yeah, okay. So yeah, that was the first one, the DJ Clue one back in the day. That was like, I must have been around 11 or something like that.
So what's a couple of your favourite mixtapes, like classic UK mixtapes that you go back to?
You can't ask me that, man.
No, just a couple. What was you listening to around the time when the first album dropped?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
When our first album dropped, Jules Santana just came out with like Dipset, and he had that track Why. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to that. So if he wasn't playing the SMS album, we was listening to Dipset. There wasn't really no one. I had PDC mixtapes and all stuff like that, PDC mixtapes and stuff. I'd listen to them, but we always wanted our stuff to be of like, we always wanted to compete with the people across seas. So we always wanted it to be a high level, beats wise and vocal wise. So that's why we more listen to the Americans. Not to bite them or nothing like that, but just to elevate the level what they brought it to. If we're listening to UK rappers, no one's really took it to that level. So we'll just be going backwards. But if you look at all the rappers over there, and then you can see what they've done and try to do it better, that's the way forward.
A lot of rappers talking a line. I'm with my nigga gigs and I ain't talking about rand. Fam is stuck up in his rat race. 06 bust a strap case. 05 bust a food case. 04 bust a robbery with violence and weapons. Doggy, I'm just waiting on my new case. True stories, fam, I'll show you the papers. I ain't in it for the fame, blood, just show me the papers.
And then so into the next mixtape, from the first mixtape to the second mixtape.
Yeah. The second mixtape, go on.
Say no.
Yeah, the second mixtape I made after that was Hollow Man Blade. And that was in 2007. I made another tape called Nothing Long Part 2, which was the follow-on of the first one. But because I took so long to put the material out, that was like 06 or something. Like by the time I was ready to put it out, a lot of it was recorded in 05. By the time it was ready to put out in 06, I didn't like half of the tunes anymore. So I never put it out. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole CD that's never been released, kind of.
So what, there's a lost tape?
There's a lost tape still. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, we might do something with that, but yeah, man, I didn't really feel it, so I never put it out. And then, because I used to do a lot of work with B-Double as well, we was gonna put our CDs together, shot our music, slash Nothing Long Part 2 and put it out as one. And because we just distracted, other things, cases, roads, bare other shit, we just kind of, it's never happened, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But the next CD, the other CD I made after that was Hollow Man Blade, and obviously everybody knows what that done. Like,
That's in the road's a bit crazy, fam.
you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have to say it. I've had enough people come up to me and say, like, right, that put life back into the game again. And that's not my words. That's just people coming. So much people come up to me and said that, like, that's not even my words, fam. And like the response was, again, like crazy. Like the way that was selling was like, raw. We've got something here, you know. So we need to kind of keep it moving still. So yeah, that's the second mixtape I did still.
Would it be fair to say that that's the mixtape that put you in the game? Or solidified your position in the game?
I say it's a mixtape that bought, because I've done a few bits in between, but like that was like, yeah, I'm back again. You know what I'm saying? And that was like MySpace days, and I remember the MySpace days were going crazy, and it's like, but the thing is, the mistake I made is not following up from the hype on that. I went quiet again. You know what I'm saying? For quite a few years, because I didn't make a CD again till 2010. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really capitalize on the hype of that CD. You know what I'm saying?
You know, what I'm kind of happy for is that when the U channel era kind of popped off, a lot of people are remembered for bullshit, but I know I'll be remembered for, I was actually still trying to put out that real music, even though people were talking a bag of shit at the time, you know. So, and I done it with real music as well. So that's always kind of held me in a nice steady ground still. But yeah, that's what the first mixtape was. Select My Girlfriend came after that, and we just kept on kind of coming with them all summer. Still, like, and then just kept on coming with them. Then Long Good Friday came. You know what I did with that? A lot of rappers learn how to rap from Long Good Friday. Don't make no one ever fool you.
That's real talk, you, man.
The truthful ones will tell you, you get me? They learn how to rap from Long Good Friday. That came, and by that point, hands down, I was the best rapper this country had ever seen, ever. Hands down. By that point, because all your rappers, all these lot were still coming. And not say there ain't some good ones come, there's some real good ones come. But let's just have it right for what the time was. So, by this point, everything's going nice. But yeah, that's what the first mixtapes were, so.
2010, it's Bags and Boxes. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, because from 2007, I hadn't released anything, there was a lot of anticipation for that. I think that's why that went so crazy, you know what I'm saying? And like, that, we never put it on iTunes, that was just on CDs, and even everyone knows Ruthless is like the biggest mixtape distributor, you know what I'm saying? And he's got a couple shops and he sells to the other shops, and he's stated that that's the biggest selling mixtape to date, like even now. You know what I'm saying? He interviewed me about that the other day still. They're saying that's the biggest mixtape ever selling that he's ever had. So that just goes to show what that done. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think, yeah, in this mixtape thing,
no, you put in your work, fam.
You know,
trust me, you have put in your work.
You can't really question the work that we put in, you see what I'm saying? And obviously following that, Financial Times, you see what I'm saying? Which is a CD, it was different to the others because it was a CD that I'd done with that one production team, it was All Hill Productions, you see what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the different twist to it. But that, when it got onto iTunes, everyone, you know what I'm saying? When it got onto iTunes, went mad, like #2 in the rap charts, got to number 40 in the overall charts and that. So again, do you see what I'm saying? Setting levels for a little while still.
No, that's a mixtape. That's probably still selling now because I see the messages of that still, man, on Twitter right now.
Still, of course, it's still selling now, fam.
It's nuts.
You can ask the man right here, fam. He handles everything, fam, but still selling, cuz.
Yeah, it's a good look still, man, for a UK release as well, man.
Yeah, man, but obviously there's a lot of other people putting out strong mixtapes and you see what I'm saying? Obviously the mixtapes that Giggs made put him in the position where he is. Colt made, so if you make solid enough mixtapes, it can make you out here, do you see what I'm saying? It's a serious market still.